All right, so we're gonna go back live, and we're gonna actually show you the fix that actually I talked with ManyChat, and there's a workaround, right? So there's obviously a way to do this, a way to accomplish this, and the way to accomplish this. So what I had to do is actually silence myself because it's going lives like this, they automatically play. Anyway, so let's go ahead and get straight to it and share my screen. Um, And so this right here is what we're talking about, right? So you've seen me build this flow, right? You see me build this flow just a minute ago. You see me have the trouble, but you also seen that we had a good solid workaround. We had a good solid way to accomplish that goal. I'm going to show you exactly what I meant to do and why I couldn't do it. And that was them. I had a quite a long conversation, but it was good to have a conversation and get it worked out. Right, it was good. Again, ManyChat, like I said in the prior video, ManyChat's trying to improve their platform, and any kind of issues like this need to be shown. So here's what you do: you go to conditions, and if you're going to add a condition between the starting step and the first message, you don't have the option to delete this, right? You don't have the option at all to delete this. What you can do is drag it. It's just, I mean, in hindsight, it seems so simple, but it obviously that wasn't the case, right? It's not really obvious. You know what I mean? So, and this is what I was trying to do before, is just merely come up here and do this just like this, instead of having this just like, with all of this stuff down here. I don't particularly care to have have the situation like that. I would rather have everything just like this, right? And the reason I want to have it just like this is for the simple fact of it's easier to use. So now, right, we're going to have that starting step. And if the starting step could be whatever, right, it could be from wherever the case may be. It still indicates the case may that if we want, we can come back and add this to automation, right? We can do our rule now, right? We can make our rule. Come and make our rule. We're going to say five. This is five investments, right? And so now we're naming our rule. We're saying the tag applied is going to be the tag we used. We're also going to add another condition that says, let's just say that the last interaction was, let's see, last interaction was a day ago, right? Or 24 hours or whatever the case may be. Let's just say 24 hours. So now we have a rule that says these both can, now you want to have these, obviously in the rule, you want to have it set as all these connections should be, our conditions should be working. Again, we want to do one time. Then we want to have the starting flow be the flow that we chose. And again, this comes in and does that. All right. So now we want to save that and activate it. So now we can come back to, and now we have our rule active. Now we come back to our flows. We have that event added, right? This shows as an event added, right? So the key component here is if I were to link this, right? If I were to link this to a growth tool for that matter, right? Let's just say for this matter, I came in here and made a new growth tool, and I wanted to have this as a messenger ref URL, which is sometimes one of the not so popular ones because it doesn't work on some things, but it does work. I can guarantee you it works. So, because I have no trouble with the working on in my groups, on my pages, on my cells, on anything, but it does work. So, I'm not sure, what I'm doing different than everybody else is not doing, but um, I'll say 5 key in investment. And again, so this is just the name of it, right? We're naming it and we're going to save it. And then we're going to set up, and this is going to say, we're going to name it the same thing we did here, is we'll just put that name in there and then save it. And so that's the wrong, this is wrong parameter. Oh, because you can't have any spaces in between it, but you can have a underscore. So that's the way I like to do it, to space it out. It makes it more readable, right? It makes it more legible, more easier to read. So I'm curious. What I'm curious about is, now that I've copied this, and now I'm going to delete this one, right? I'm going to delete that. And then I'm curious to see if this is going to be the case, right? So now I have a messenger ref URL too that can actually come in as a starting step. So this is actually interesting. But let's just say, for instance, so now I have a messenger ref that would start this, that I could share with. And I also, let's just say, I'm curious, if I put this in my main menu, let's just add this to the main menu and see if it works. So we'll say, we'll name this 5 key investments. And I don't want to confuse anybody, because they're going to read that and they're going to be like, oh, this is 5 key investments. So you want to choose an existing flow, this right here, and then come right there. So now I want to see if this actually will give me multiple ways of actually going into this flow. This is interesting. So now I should have my menu too, but I don't really see my menu. I don't see it in my menu for some reason, but it is in my menu. So, I wonder why that doesn't show in my menu. Now, if I went in my bot and I actually entered into my bot, and we went and did that. Let's just go to my bot and let's go open that up, and let's go to, this is the, let's see, that actually I'm getting other messages right now, so we'll have to hold off on that. So there is that question, if it will come from the bot, right? If it will come directly from the actual, ManyChat, or if it will come to the menu. I'm not real sure. I'm not 100% sure about that, because it doesn't indicate that it will. But at least the rules, we have a way to make the rule work. And that is 100% like what I was trying to do on that last live video. So we'll progressively keep up to date, and I'll make another video on adding it to the main menu and stuff like that. But I want to make another live to show the result of actually how, for one, how helpful ManyChat support is. For two, the result from something we couldn't do, we had to do something else. And that was after an edit. So they, and even them, they even said it was kind of weird that you couldn't delete it, but the simple fact of just dragging it to another one. So it wasn't very obvious. And I know probably wasn't obvious if you're watching this video, or if you've ever searched for it, you're probably watching the same thing. So I'm going to leave this live. I'm not going to update it as a normal. I'm not going to update it as HD, but I will leave it like this, and you can see for that matter, how we resolve this. So if you have any questions, again, comment below. We'll be glad to help out. And other than that, we'll conclude this video. Thanks.